Hello guys, it's Paul again. Happy holidays to everyone. And actually, I don't care about these holidays. I'm kind of like the Grinch when it comes to all these Christmas stuff. But I'm gonna keep the hat for right now because it goes with the topic of today. And we're gonna be talking about where Christmas comes from. The whole Western Christmas concept. The whole concept of this fat ass in a sled carrying a bunch of presents for the kids, the Christmas trees and the snow and the fucking socks hanging from the thing. The whole concept of Christmas that you and I had as a kid. And then we learned that Santa Claus wasn't real and all that, and that completely ruined Christmas. So when I was about 8 years old, I used to hang around older kids, and then this kid told me like, "Oh, you still believe in Santa?" Yeah, the guy completely ruined the magic of Christmas to me, and I actually thank him right now. Seriously, we should be thanking our parents for buying all those Christmas gifts, not this future version of Eric Cartman that we never get to meet, we never get to talk to him, he doesn't give a shit about us. The closest we ever got to meeting Santa was by sitting on the lap of this stranger with unknown motivations dressed as Santa Claus in the mall. You sit on the lap of this dude, you spewing out all the wishes, and all the guy just like, yeah, whatever, and he's just looking at your parents like, kind of like telling them, are you writing this shit down? And as soon as you're done telling your wishes, you think like you're this super special kid because you're with Santa, and he's just like, alright, fuck off, next. There's a story I bet you never heard of, is where our Western version of Christmas comes from. Which it actually comes from the use of psychedelic mushrooms. Yeah, the red and white Manita muscaria. I don't know how to pronounce it actually. Here it is. It has the same colors as this thing. You know, the whole concept of Christmas with the red and white colors. Let's start from the beginning. Back in the day, way back in the day, before the times of Britney Spears, actually, 100,000 years ago. There were cultures in Siberia, and also you could actually see this in Alaska. And these tribes had these shamans who loved getting stoned with psychedelic mushrooms. And the mushroom that they had around the area was Amanita muscaria, the Mario mushroom that makes you super sky high. Shamans would collect the mushrooms that would grow under or near pine trees, or any tree, but usually pine trees. They were considered divine gifts that grow under the pine tree. So you couldn't just consume this mushroom straight up when you picked it from the ground because it's poisonous. You could actually die if you do that. So the way you do this is you have to dehydrate the mushroom. So you have to hang it somewhere. And a lot of times these shamans would hang it from the branches of the trees, like if it was all the ornaments around the Christmas trees, you know? And there will be another way to do that, which was to put the mushroom inside of a sock. And you have to hang it in top of the chimney. You know, that's where the whole concept of the boots, little socks or boots, I don't know what they are, that you hang on top of the chimney, and so when Santa Claus comes, they will leave you a bunch of candies in there. Yeah, well, it actually comes from the shamans wanting to dry the mushrooms because you couldn't just eat it like that raw. So you have to dehydrate the mushrooms or dry it up. That is the first step towards the preparation of the mushroom before it can be consumed. By eating this mushroom is not the only way to consuming it. There was another way you can consume these mushrooms, and it was through the reindeer filter. Yes, so the reindeer can actually eat the mushrooms without getting poisoned. So the reindeer has to eat the mushroom, and then the shamans, the ancient hippies, would have to sit around for hours until the reindeer had to pee. So the shamans would collect the pee because the mushroom was already digested, and all the toxins would stay inside the reindeer, and what you get is the pee with the psychedelic properties. So the shamans would drink the pee, and they will get high from it. I don't know who was the first one to think of this. I think it was just like truth or dare, and then the guy lost the dare, and then, you know, so he had to do this. And of course, the reindeer also got high from eating the mushroom. That's why the reindeers in Santa Claus are always way up high in the sky. Like, drinking the pee of a reindeer. I mean, seriously, these shamans are like the first proof of ancient hippism. Anyway, so let's say the shaman was like this regular person that wouldn't drink reindeer pee. Around the winter solstice, around the 21st of December, these shamans would dress in red to honor the Amanita muscaria mushrooms, and of course they will have to be wearing snow boots, black boots, and a hat like this because it was really cold, of course. We're talking about Siberia and Alaska and all these places. This shaman will go to the people of town, and he will present the gifts to them, the gifts that he learned from the mushroom when he took it. And for this, of course, he will use a sled for transportation, of course, because it was very cold and snowy, and you couldn't just be walking around like that. So this shaman, dressed in red, in a sled, carrying all these gifts, goes to the people. And since the snow was so up high, because it was a winter solstice, so it was snowing a lot by the time, the shaman couldn't just walk through the door to go to meet with the people. He had to go through a hole of through the roof or down the chimney. Going through a hole on the roof or the chimney, the shaman will unite with the people in the house, and the people will have an offering to him, which no, it wasn't milk and cookies. It was actually more like incense or food in general. So yeah, while the shaman would eat and talk, and the whole family and the people of the house would sit with the shaman, and the shaman would present the gifts to them, which sometimes it wasn't just stories of him and teachings of the psychedelic experience. It was the actual mushroom. And we talked about this. For this, the shaman would hang the little mushrooms on top of the chimney, so that when people are ready, this was around the times of the New Year, so that the people of the house would get together and they will eat the mushrooms as a family, as a community as well. And by New Year's, it will be a completely new person. That was a psychedelic experience for them. They used to see it that way. That's why they end up on top of the Christmas tree nowadays. We see a star or an angel, which means enlightenment. There is evidence, a lot of evidence of ancient use of psychedelic mushrooms. So Christmas was actually cool back in the day, where you would gather around with your family and you would all eat mushrooms, because they will bring teachings to you and you will renew as a person. And of course, there was a lot of reflection and inner teachings and all this, so it was considered enlightenment. So that was before Coca-Cola that took this concept and turned it into what it is today. So that you buy, you consume, and you buy all these things that you don't need. And then on top of all that, they tell you, no, you gotta thank this dude that you don't even know, this fat ass, instead of your parents, which your parents are actually the hardworking people buying all your gifts. Like, imagine the whole concept of this ancient Christmas thing, you getting together with your family and all of you having mushrooms. Imagine how your grandma would react to this thing. Like, holy shit, I see all these colors and all these eyes staring at me. So what do you think this whole concept of Christmas now? This ancient shaman who used to dress in red would collect the divine gifts from under the trees, travel in a sled, a reindeer, drinking the pee of reindeer, getting super high on mushrooms, like definitely feeling like he was flying sky high. He will go to the people of town through a hole in the roof or the chimney and present these gifts, and the people of town will have an offering for the guy, and in the end everybody will have an enlightened experience as a family and as a community. That sounds very much like Santa Claus to me. But anyway, what do you guys think of the video? Do you like it? Don't forget to subscribe, like it, share it, or don't do anything at all. But definitely consider subscribing for more awesome content like this. And happy holidays to all you amazing people out there. I'm out.